Okay.
Everybody wants to plant a church. Everybody wants to be a prophet. Everybody wants to be a minister. Nobody just wants to be. And I think that's the problem.
I don't have to tell you that I'm going to church. I don't have anything to prove to you. I don't have to tell the world, hey, look at me, I'm going to church now.
Yeah. Social media has now looked at Christianity like a trend more than it is an actual faith-based thing.
A lot of people think their conviction is everybody else's conviction.
100%.
God convicted you of that. I'm struggling with something different. There's a lot of people spread gospel.
Gospel or gossip?
Both. Actually, both.
There's this, can I name drop?
Hey friend, and welcome to This Is Not Content, where we talk about the parts of content that people don't post online. And I am here with Asia. Hey friend.
Hey girl.
How are you?
I'm excited to be here. I'm doing well.
So for people who don't know you, how would you explain yourself or describe yourself rather?
I would describe myself as a Houston-based content creator.
Thank you.
Who's balancing life, beauty, and belief.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Thanks.
So I want to start off with a quick game. We're going to do some hot takes.
Okay.
So I have 4 here. You just let me know your thoughts. Okay. No pressure.
Heard.
The first one is not everything God reveals is meant to be shared online.
Oh, felt. Oh. I agree.
Agree?
100%.
Private obedience is harder than public ministry.
That's a heavy hitter. Agreed.
Agree?
Yes.
Being private is sometimes a form of spiritual discipline.
100%.
Really?
Yes.
I think we've talked about that before, actually. And then the last one is people don't want authenticity. They want emotional relatability.
Hey, you said a mouthful.
We shaking the table with that one
already. Let's get it going.
We shaking the table with that a little bit.
Those are good.
The last one specifically about emotional relatability, I think is so important on social media because I think, and we've had this conversation. We have this conversation once a week.
Every Sunday.
We've had this conversation before, but I think we are in a position now where people are creating or making ministry a personality.
Correct.
Trait, for lack of a better word.
Yes.
Where do you think that comes from?
Lack of identity.
Oh.
And just people not spending true private time with God. Enough to say, God, who am I? Who did you call me to be? Not outside of your will, but who am I? Just as an individual. Before I came to Christ, who was I? That person, when you combine it and merge it with what God has for you, that's who you are. We're always created to be in his will. We're intentionally designed to represent him. But I've said this before in the car. I want to be able to make a TikTok or a reel with relatable music, but still have God at the center. Because I like to jig and I like to dance. And it may not always be in a form that people deem to be so holier than thou, but that's literally who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think the whole form of making God your personality and not having a sense of who did he actually create me to be? What are the gifts? What are the talents? What are the traits that I have? And then merging that together, people lack identity and they're not spending enough time with God.
Yeah, I think social media plays a big part in that. I think now people are making their own faith journey. Everybody else's. So now they're thinking, my journey looks like this. Everybody else's journey should look like this.
Correct.
And that's just not the case.
No.
Social media has really highlighted faith recently. Maybe in the past, I'll say 3.5 to 5 years, just with the expansion of like bigger churches and like churches now having social media platforms now and all these things. Do you think that's kind of helped to grow the faith, or do you just think it's shifted it a bit?
I think it's merged it to be worldly and a little bit more secular than it should be.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's been on my heart for a while.
Really?
Everybody wants to plant a church. Everybody wants to be a prophet. Everybody wants to be a minister. Nobody just wants to be. And I think that's the problem. God didn't call us all to do the same thing. And when you understand, again, your identity, your gift, your calling, whatever that is, you share it. We were called to be disciples. We were called to share his word. We were never called to convict anybody. So consistently, I think social media has now looked at Christianity like a trend more than it is an actual faith-based thing. And I don't think that it's helpful at all. I think that we're just merging secular and trying to cover up a lot of things.
That's so interesting. I think now we start to see people. I feel like when churches first started to appear online, people were all over it. They're like, yeah, we're bringing God to the world. We're making it a thing. I never even thought about it like that, though. Because a lot of it, I won't say a lot of it is performative per se,
Okay.
but it's a line somewhere.
Hey,
It's a line.
that line getting crossed.
That line is getting tiptoed over more and more day by day.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
So where do we find the line between sharing the gospel and making it performative, though?
I think personally, people that are looking to follow, whether it be churches, whether it be social media influencers, you got to pray for discernment. You have to ask God for that light bulb that goes off to say, yes, this feeds my spirit, or no, this is not good for me. And I think that is the problem that people have when it comes to social media, because people don't know to pray for discernment. People don't even know or have the idea of what that looks like and how to receive it. So we're looking at churches, we're looking at influencers, and it's like, okay, well, I'm being convicted. They're saying this is their life, this is their reality. But what is God saying to you and for you? What do you need? But it all goes back to people not having a sense of self.
Yeah, it all comes back to your personal relationship with God, too. Because I know we talked about this recently, maybe a couple of days ago. A lot of people think their conviction is everybody else's conviction.
100%.
God convicted you of that. I'm struggling with something different. I'm going a different direction. So then we get into the projection. You know, I love the word projection.
Right.
People are projecting their faith journey, their Christianity onto everybody else, when in reality, make it personal and make it plain.
Yeah. And keep it private. Everything's not meant to be shared. But
And
again,
this is why,
lack of discernment.
Yeah. This is why it's so interesting, the rise, quote unquote, of faith-based creators. Because so much of it is so personal and intentional. So much of it is private, but yet we can also share it with the world. Do you think there's a time to share it? Do you think, I'll rephrase that. Is it a situation where people are sharing post journey, or while they're kind of in the midst of it? Is that kind of the issue, you think, of it?
I think people want to hurry up and perform before a process has been done. And I hate, and I'm speaking from my personal journey and my experience when God literally told me, and I told you this not too long ago, the Lord been telling me to shut up.
Yeah.
He hasn't even began the new work that he's trying to do, that he's trying to perform. And I think people are just so excited about it. And there's nothing wrong with being excited about Christ. There's nothing wrong with being excited about wanting to share your faith. But sometimes, again, you have to go through some things privately and alone. And the moment you speak it, it'll probably fall through the floor. Personal experience. There were so many times where I'm like, okay, God, you got to get me out of this situation.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that I'm submitting, control and relinquishing everything to him, all of my faith, quite literally everything. But then I go and share with a friend, oh girl, I'm going through this, or this is what I need to write about this. I need to put this in a form of content. And then what God wanted to do, he was unable to do because now man has stepped in and it's been intercepted by the wrong spirit. So there has to be a point in time where you literally sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
And shut up in the spirit. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just let God speak. Let him guide, let him direct, let him tell you when it's time to share. There are several things, that I have, gone through and I've shared with you, but it's not ready yet. It's not ready to be shared. Because God hasn't said, hey, now I need you to go. Now I need you to say, now I need you to do. Everybody's just so excited. Slow down and shut up.
Now I'm ready to share.
Okay.
That might be a bar.
Okay. I was a rapper in my past life.
Oh, please. Do you think there is a rise in Christianity becoming a trend? Or do you think everybody is just truly, because it's being shared so much, are people just truly now getting in touch with their faith?
That's a 50-50 split.
Okay.
And I think people have to take that just as their own. But for me personally, I think it's trendy because social media makes everything accessible. And it goes down so deep to the clothing and the fashion. And like I said, trying to merge faith and secular work. I don't want something that say faith and it's all bedazzled and it got, upside down crosses and things like that. That's not my personal preference. But because it looks similar to something that we would see in an urban streetwear store, we want to deem it as good. Everything that glitter ain't gold, especially when it comes down to the faith. So
that puts me in the mindset of like Christian rap. Or now I'm seeing Christian R&B. How do you feel about that?
I don't listen to it.
Okay.
I don't, because this may sound crazy, but if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If I want to listen to R&B,
Facts.
I'm gonna listen to R&B.
Yeah.
Because again, there's a merge. Why are we trying to conform to world when we were created to be set apart? And I know that sounds contradicting, but that's quite literally just the truth. I don't get into Christian R&B because it literally sounds like R&B. And if I'm a listen to it, then let me just listen to it.
Yeah, I can see that.
You
I
know
think
what I'm
it's
saying?
almost like transitional. I feel like when I was first getting in touch with my personal journey with God,
Yeah.
not the journey that I was brought up in, when I had truly started to find him from
Hey.
my journey
Yeah.
about
yeah.
me, when I was truly starting to find him for myself in my adult life.
Yeah.
I won't say I listened to Christian rap. I really didn't. But when it would come across, I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, what's happening?
Turn it off.
I don't want it. But again, that also, to our earlier point, that is a me thing. Some people love it and they have a time.
Correct.
It's just not my...
It's not everybody's preference.
Yeah.
And it don't have to be.
Yeah. Social media has a way of making everything everybody else's preference and business. Everybody is so different until we get on the internet.
It's hot.
Everybody got the same opinion on everything.
It's hot.
And if your opinion is different, you're wrong.
Yeah. That's an issue. That's a big issue. But nobody want to talk about that.
I do.
That's why we're here.
One thing about me, I do. Social media is just one-dimensional these days.
Yeah.
You create more than faith-based content.
I do.
You create beauty content.
Yes.
You have a blog.
I have a blog.
Can you tell us about the blog?
Shout out to the scrapbook. So the scrapbook is on Substack, and it is basically where I share my story. So the story that I've been putting off, just kind of, how do I take all these layers of myself and put them in one place? When I started creating content, everything seemed very surface level. Everything seemed very superficial. And it started with beauty content. When I wanted to grow, it was makeup tutorials and things of that nature. But my personal conviction was knowing that I was supposed to be kind of connecting God to whatever it was that I was doing. That's always been my purpose. So I think through this blog, I can authentically speak and just write, because I journal a lot.
Yeah.
And that's really how I communicate with God. So I think being able to put all of my thoughts of who I am as a mother, who I am as an educator, a basketball coach, a creator with multi, gifts and being multifaceted, just put it in one place. I'm almost sure that I can find my community. And that's really the goal here, to find people that are just like me, or kind of to impact the people that are going to come up and the younger girls that are going to, experience just hard times or just life, and know that you can truly have it all as long as you're in God's will. It'll be fine.
Does documenting some of that stuff make you feel like exposed?
Very vulnerable.
Or do you feel like it's needed?
Very vulnerable, and I hate it. And I think that's why I've put it off for so long, because I've always had this issue, and I'll say that, lack of a better word, I've always had this issue that I hated people to truly know who I was.
Story of my life.
But it's like, I have this urge to be creative and share.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you share while gatekeeping pieces of you? That's very hard to do.
Yeah, it is. We were having this conversation on another episode where it's kind of like anything you share. And I say this all the time. Anything you share, you invite public opinion.
Correct.
And that's kind of how I have to discern it. If it's the closer it is to me, the less I'll share about it.
Right.
Which is why you see I rarely share family anymore. Yeah. But you can see where I was at after I've left all day long.
Yeah.
You can see the vibes. You can see the events. You can see the glitz and glam. But when it comes to the things that are close to me, I don't necessarily want to share it for that same reason. Because as soon as you put something out, you almost invite opinion, and then it becomes, how can I build a platform, build an audience without sharing? That's always the line.
That's tough.
That's always the line.
It's hard to do, especially when you talk faith. And people see you one way, and you have 4 or 5 different layers, and you don't know how that portion of you is going to be received. It's almost like it causes you to be hesitant. Yeah. Because my relationship with Christ, my walk with Christ, that's my entire life. That's not anything that came up as an adult. That's literally from birth. Yeah. So that is very near and dear to me. And I think that's why I never shared it, because I didn't want you do, and I saw, and this is not, I didn't want to have to go through that. But I think now where I am in life, and just the maturity level that I've built in my faith, I could care less.
Yeah. People can kind of see and say what they want at this
Right.
point.
The Bible says he gonna know me by my fruit.
I'm on fruits.
So I'm not condemned or
Yeah.
boxed in because I focus on makeup or fashion content may not be the most modest or those type of things. You're gonna know me by my fruit. It's a lot of
Yeah.
people on the media that are Bibles open every 5 seconds, every 5 a.m. routine, but you're dealing with gluttony and you spiteful and you don't know how to endure. You don't know how to deal with long suffering.
Yeah.
You don't practice kindness. You don't have any patience. They gonna know God people by his fruit.
Yeah.
And that's quite literally, that's all that matters to me.
It's almost the difference between talking about it and being about it.
Correct. 100%. And I think it goes back to what you said earlier. A lot of people are moving in a light of performing.
Yeah.
Because it's trending and people love a good story and what gets the heartstrings pulled.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not Christ-likeness. I don't think that's faith. I don't think that has anything to do with God.
How do you think you discern between the people who are performing and the people who are genuine online? Because I do believe there are people who are genuine.
Oh, yeah.
Faith-based content creators. They're genuine in their faith. How do you discern that, though?
You can see their personality. And it just boils down to that. There's this, can I name drop creators?
Sure.
Okay, cool. There's this creator. Her name is Honesty. I want to say her last name is Allen. It's like Honesty A on Instagram. And she talks about her abstinence journey.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, she's a funny person. She does skits. It's all centered around God, but you can see her
God
personality
in
in it. She's not God.
Yeah.
She like, this is honesty and God's journey together. Let me share what it is that I'm going through. And I think when I started following her or she came up on my For You page, my spirit literally leaped. And I was like, this is what the people need to see.
I like that.
It's a little kiki. It's a little haha. It's relatable.
Yeah.
So to the baby in Christ, they're not shunned away.
Mm-hmm.
They're not questioning too much. They're not confused about what it is that you're talking about. She can teach it to a toddler.
Yeah.
That's how.
Sometimes that's what you need.
Hey, it's a lot of people who read on a. Don't get me started.
When I say
they don't know the difference between 2, 2, and 2. Don't get me started.
The education levels are all over the game.
Hey, and I'm an English teacher.
The education, I'll make it plain.
Yeah, and I think that she does a great job. So again, when you're looking for those type of creators, because that's something that I've been trying to find. I've been trying to find my faith-based creator community, so I can connect with those type of people. But it's just easy to see their personality.
Yeah.
And what it is that they're doing. It's not just, I'm in my word, I'm in my word, I'm in my word. Romans 11:29 says, for the gifts and calling of God are irrevocable. Meaning when God gave the gifts and talents, he didn't think twice. So he didn't say just wake up and pray. Yeah. He didn't say just wake up and read the word. At some point, you got to get married, be fruitful, and multiply. That's what God, he said have fun. That's what my Bible said. So I think when people show their personality in Christ, that is authentic to me.
I like that. I think that's a little bit of what we're missing.
Yeah.
Because people think it has to be hard stop one or the other. Either I'm a Christian faith-based creator or I'm a person.
Yeah.
And I think
when
we have that hard line, I think that's where we start to see people putting their own convictions on other people. That's when we start to see people condemning people online. That's when we start to see people, they be tussling in the comments.
And that's not their job to.
Tussling.
It's not their job to.
They're going scripture for scripture in the comments.
Hello.
So I don't know who's wrong at this point.
And nothing's getting accomplished.
Nothing.
So we going back and forth arguing about what the Bible said. Cool. Now what? Where's the application? Now you done lost followers because you're so busy trying to push your own agenda that you missed that God called you to be a vessel. He never called you to be a preacher. That's a problem. Hello?
There's a lot of people spreading gospel.
Gospel or gossip?
Both. Actually, both. Matter of fact,
okay.
Both.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we're in an age now, everybody wants a platform for something. So as soon as you find something that you like, you feel like you have to make it a platform. You have to make it public. You have to tell the world. The world has to see you as this, when in reality, I know I'm online a lot. Everybody's not designed to be a content creator, though.
They're not going to like that one.
That's personal.
But it's so true.
Everybody is not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay. And even if you are a content creator, sometimes it's okay to just enjoy things. We talked a lot about sharing. We had a conversation maybe a couple of months ago about sharing, quote unquote, the word. So we were
Mhm.
talking about how, like, I'll post everything, but it's rare that I'm like posting, oh, I'm at church. I'm going to church. I
Mhm.
do it a little bit more now,
Yeah.
more so unintentionally, but
Mhm.
it was a big thing for me because again, it's something that's so personal to me.
Right.
I don't think it has to be, I don't have to tell you that I'm going to church. I don't have anything to prove to you. This between me and my God. I don't have to tell the world, hey, look at me, I'm going to church now.
Yeah.
We just kind of started going.
Yeah.
And I think now, because of where we are on social media, everything is so, just like you said, performative.
Mhm.
Everything you do, you have to make it a platform. You have to make it your
Right.
identity online. When in reality,
You
it's okay
don't.
to just enjoy stuff.
Thank
We
you.
have a time at church
Have a ball.
every Sunday.
Lifting down.
We be cutting up at church
We be having a
every
ball.
Sunday. And then
Yeah.
now people will say, like, oh, let's do this. I'm like, oh, I have to go to church. And they're like, oh, you go to church? I didn't know that. Well, why would you? Because you weren't
Right.
there, for
Hello.
starters.
Hey.
Even if you was there, one thing about Blueprint, I probably didn't see you.
Hey.
Even if you were
Too
there,
big. Too big. Too many people.
even if you were there, I probably did not see you.
Yeah. And I'm not coming for you.
I'm not coming to look for the
I'm
people.
not coming to see you.
When I say I be eyes on that stage,
Hello. I had to
trying
learn
to
to
get the
train
word.
my eyes at Blueprint.
Anyway,
That's so real, bro. I had to. It's hard. It's
you
hard.
got to focus in there for sure.
It's hard.
I be
Hello.
eyes locked in.
Yeah,
I'm
and
looking at
that's
the
it.
stage and I'm looking for them tissue people side to side on that eye.
Hey, we need to talk about them. We might need to get on that committee because sometimes the tissue people be missing.
Girl.
We be needing them.
Every time I'm crying, I'm like, what are people at? What are people at?
Hurry up for this teardrop.
Come find me. Because we be in there looking crazy.
Facts.
That's so funny. But I think, again, everything just doesn't have to be shared.
I would agree.
And that's kind of where I've been more recently in my just faith-based journey in general.
Yeah.
It's not really for the public. I share enough, for
Yeah,
starters.
that's real.
I share it. I don't overshare as much anymore. But
No.
I don't necessarily feel the need to share every aspect. But I think you are different. You share more so faith-based.
Mhm.
And then it's a whole other side of it that you never share.
Correct.
How do you pick what you post? I know.
That's very hard. And there has been some inconsistency in my creating in the last year and a half because of that. I felt like I didn't know what to share because there were so many layers and I didn't know what I wanted to gatekeep. I didn't know what would trend. I didn't know what would pop. And at a point in time, all I cared about using my platform was to monetize. And I got away from that. And I noticed when
Right.
I stopped trying to monetize everything, things got harder. And I felt like, okay,
Really? I thought you were going to say easier.
no. Because then it was I'm losing engagement. I'm not up to date with what is trending. I felt like when I took a step back and I wanted to be more purposeful, I lost sight of what social media was.
Mm.
And it sounds
Okay.
bad, but for me personally, I think it's one of the greatest things I could have ever done. Because now it actually took time for me to again sit down and shut up and ask God, if I am going to use my platform for you, how do I blend everything together or what do I get to share? And that was a
Yeah.
conversation I just told you I recently had with the Lord. And he was like, I have no problem with you sharing certain things. It's about who you share it with.
We
So
did talk
for
about
me,
that.
I have been literally asking for discernment. And if I begin to create something and it's becoming difficult or I'm tongue tied or I will stop recording and I'm like, okay, Holy Spirit, I hear you because this is not something that I should be sharing. I recently wanted to document, these last couple of days of my 30s, or excuse me, of my 20s going into 30. And I maybe went 5 days strong. And the Lord was like, shut up. Because I didn't tell you to do that. That's what Asia wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's creative. But you told me you wanted to use your platform for purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, let's lock back in on that. Let's go back to the drawing board. So when things start hitting the fan for me and they start going completely left, I'm literally taking that as a sign like, okay, Holy Spirit, I hear you.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like now I'm being convicted. I've been having such a hard time trying to create beauty content these last
Really?
few
That
months.
was your bag.
That was such a bag.
That was your bag.
Now skincare is the bag, which is cool. Love that.
We do need the routine, so that's fair.
On the way. But again, just going to God and saying, okay, this is not what I'm willing to do.
Mhm.
This is what I have to give. Please make it well. Like literally giving him everything, submitting everything to him. That is kind of the goal now, because again, when it starts going left and it starts getting a little, wonky, I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to pivot. This isn't right. So
on that journey, on that topic rather, where do you think in the next couple of years your personal creator journey will go? Do you think it would be more faith-based?
yeah.
You think so?
So beauty and belief, I said that at the start of the episode. The Lord just gave me that.
Yeah, it was so cute when you said I was gagged.
Yeah, so beauty and belief, it has to blend. And I would love to just get on here and share the everyday routines and the soft glams, but somebody has to get something out of what it is that I'm sharing, because beauty is looked at in such a negative, connotative light that it's just people think there's nothing more to it.
Yeah.
But I want people to understand that there's more than meets the eye. We were taught, don't judge a book by its cover. You need to be presentable. And now when you start to present yourself in a certain way, people think that you don't have anything else to offer. So in the future, in years to come, I want to be, and I aspire to be, a creator that not only looks good, but speaks well, is knowledgeable. And that when people come to me, it's not just, hey, can you help me on how to contour my nose? Hey, do you have scripture?
Yeah.
To deal with X, Y, and Z. And I should be able to formulate a space where people feel comfortable talking about both.
I like that. It's almost like a place of substance.
Yep.
Like it's more than just
absolutely. And we said this.
Who are you?
Sorry not to cut you off. We said this when we were having Sunday dinner, and that was one of the biggest things for me. What do I wish people said more? You're intelligent. Yeah. You're a genius. You're smart. You speak well. You're intellectual, not just your eyebrows look good, girl.
Yeah.
I love the little bright. Cool.
Yeah.
But there's more to that. So yeah.
Because I know you so personally. For context, we've been best friends since high school.
Yeah.
Because I know you so personally, I'm wondering if that is. I don't think that's a you thing, because you've always been intelligent. You've always been that person.
Yeah.
I think it's more so people, I say it all the time, people kind of keep you where they meet you at.
Correct.
And people make their own perception of you based on where they see you. And I wonder if that's what it is. People just don't see you, because I don't think you being intelligent to me wouldn't be a new thing.
Right.
I wouldn't be like, oh, I had no clue.
Yeah.
It's always been a thing. I think people just don't necessarily see it.
And they don't pay attention to it. And I think the biggest mistake that I made was agreeing with that. And forgetting that I was bright and intelligent and smart until rock bottom came. And then I had to click on my logic and say, hey, let's fix this. Like, hey, let's get out of this situation. And then I really showed myself, okay, yeah, girl, all of this was put on the back burner. Like, let's go back to the basics. So
content itself and social media is such like a broad spectrum. What do you think is something that people miss so if someone was to say, for example, oh, I want to be a content creator, what would you tell them? What do you think they're missing that they don't necessarily see?
What's your story? Because are you creating for fun or are you creating for impact? Again, everybody want a platform for what? To perform, to play? What are we doing? We need purpose.
People getting platforms with no plans. And now you're overwhelmed.
And playing.
Now you're overwhelmed. And that's how we get people with these platforms saying anything and people just running with it.
Okay.
Now we got a misinformation issue. Now we have a misinformation issue because we're letting people say anything.
Right.
Because they can do a 3-second hook in a reel. Now they're the experts.
Okay. A problem.
I think we should bring back
shame.
Oh. You know how I feel. We have to bring back shame.
I had to say it, girl. I had to say it.
If we brought back shame,
a lot of things would stop quickly.
The way people, faith-based content creator or otherwise, the way people will jump in other people's comment section and dogpile them, and then everybody else just scroll it, and move on.
Yeah.
The way people demand access and get upset when people don't share stuff.
That part.
The way people feel entitled to other people. The way people will come in your comment section and be making guesses about your life and telling you you're wrong in your own comment section.
Hold on, this is my comments.
How are you going to tell me?
Yeah. That's the audacity.
How are you going to tell me? I think people have gotten way too comfortable on the internet.
Agreed.
And To be honest, I don't think it's mostly the creators. I think it's the consumer.
Hey, well, when
Everybody's
you
getting
put
comfortable.
SPED, gifted, and general population all together, you know how I feel about that. We need to bring back seclusion, separate the people. I'm just saying.
Separate the classrooms.
Hey, that
'Cause
inclusion
we
out the
all
window.
together on the
And that's
internet,
the problem.
running rampant.
That's the
The
problem.
people are on Beyonce's internet running rampant.
Reading on a 5th grade level. That's a
People
problem.
are on Beyonce's internet running rampant.
Yeah.
And I feel bad, God forbid, I'm in that situation because I really don't know the appropriate response.
Right.
I think the person who's really mastered it in my mind is Jackie Aina.
Mm.
Because on one day, she'll read you.
Yeah.
On one day, she'll block you.
Yeah.
It depends on her mood. I feel like that's the perfect balance.
That's great balance.
Because I'm also not going to be arguing with people in my own comment section.
Hello.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have the capacity
This
all
is
the
my
time.
platform.
I'm good for a block and delete.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time to go back and forth.
Agreed.
How do creators, that brings a good point, how do creators protect their peace on social media, especially when they start to share something as personal as like faith and religion?
I think you need a community first, and then I think you need hobbies. You need something to take your mind off of it at the end
That's
of the day.
good.
And that goes back to, who are you outside of, I'm a Christian. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't even like to call myself a Christian. I'm a child of God.
Come on, child.
Because
God.
Christian has now just is a loose term. But I think people need hobbies. You need things to take your mind off of. You need routine. You need self-care. Because the moment you are showing yourself vulnerable, like you said, you're leaving yourself open for people's opinion. And you have to know what to do with that. Go to therapy.
Yeah.
Color. Bedazzle, a painting I did it yesterday was
Bedazzle.
great.
Was it?
Yeah, it's got
That
on
sound
Five
like
Below.
stress me out.
Hey.
Sound like it take a long time.
It did. But
I'm
I had
part
a
of the
ball.
problem. I don't have the time for that.
We practicing patience, remember that.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay. We can get you a little bedazzle set.
I don't have time.
Oh. Okay.
Because I think, again, and I laugh, but I'm serious, social media has, when I say shortened attention span,
Yeah.
I am part of that number. I'm probably the worst for it.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
That's
I'll be
understood.
5 minutes into the bedazzle. Like,
I'm ready to pivot. I'm ready to do something else.
what else could I be doing? I haven't posted today. Let me see what's in CapCut. Let me go edit. Let me do something. I think being a creator forces you to always be on your phone.
Yeah.
So when I'm not on my phone, it feels weird, which is why I often, for a fact, I often let my phone die.
Yeah.
I need it physically to die so I cannot touch it.
Yeah.
So when it's dying, y'all like, charge your phone. I'm like, no. It's on 1%. It will hang up in the middle of this call because I need a reason to stay off of it.
Yeah.
And I let it die for hours. And then I plug it up because I don't have a reason
to be on it. Yeah.
Social media forces you, being a content creator forces you to always be on your phone. Because if you're not editing, if you're not posting, then it's you looking for the trends. Then it's you engaging. It's the Pinterest board, it's the CapCuts, the Canvas.
That's literally,
God forbid,
Threads right out of my mouth.
It's so much. It's so much that goes into it.
Yeah. That's real.
What do you think we're missing online right now?
To be honest, I'm not doom scrolling enough to know.
Fair. That's actually, you know what?
To be honest, yes.
That's so fair.
So, in April, I wanted to take that social media break. Mm-hmm. And I didn't go as long as I wanted to, but the 3.5 weeks that I did, so beneficial. Because when I came back, I'm like, what's going on? You know what? I actually don't care to know. Yeah. Because I have bigger fish to fry. I have things to figure out. I'm trying to, a life I need to create. I don't have time to be figuring out who's doing what and what's going on. So I couldn't tell you.
That's exactly how I felt when I unfollowed all the the blog pages a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, that's so necessary.
And now people are like, "Bro, did you see so and so?" I'm like,
no.
"This is news to me."
Somebody asked me something about Real Boston Richie today, and I said, "What happened with him?" I had no idea.
I couldn't tell you what he looks like.
Exactly.
Totally out.
All I know is help me,
baby. Can you help?
That's all. I
didn't even know that was his song.
That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know or care for the matter.
Yeah, I think it also goes back to what I said. I don't have the time. I don't have time to fully live my life and keep up with everybody else's.
That part.
And that's a big part of social media. It's so easy. As soon as I'm tucked into that corner of my couch.
Oh, I do know.
And I've been
scrolling.
Knees up.
In that blanket.
It's like you there.
I know the position.
And I realize I've been scrolling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's when I start letting that phone die.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you everything I've seen, but I can't tell you what I've produced today.
It gets to a point, yeah.
And if I haven't produced anything, what's the point? And I think this might be controversial. I think a lot of times people are calling themselves a content creator and they aren't realizing how much they're not producing.
Ooh.
But you think you're a content creator because you're always consuming
Ooh.
and you post every so often. And you didn't realize that you haven't posted in 3 weeks, but you've been on your phone. So you thought you were creating. You spent 5 days scrolling for inspo. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing that out there. But I think it's so easy. And I say that because I've had people say like, oh, I'm content creator. I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. I never asked for that information, by the way. I don't lead with that either.
I don't really like when people share that because I didn't ask you for that unsolicited information.
I also have learned recently, I don't like being called an influencer. I am truly a creator. I create and document what I'm doing. Yeah. I like the creative process. I'm not here to change the world or anybody else's mind. Yeah. And that's why I stay away from, all of my content has always been so light. Like, oh, this is the event I went to. This is how I decorated my house.
Cute little recap.
Like, this is the vibe.
Yeah. Here's an insight.
Yeah.
Not go buy this. Hey, decorate like me. Shop my link.
I think that's why that agency was wearing me out. to be totally honest. That's why I'm tired. I don't want to. I'm tired of influencing people to do stuff. I just want to be. At some point, I have to just be, because everybody else gets to just be.
Exactly.
Why not me?
And you got to wear 1,000,003 hats. Just be Ebony.
I'm trying.
By the way, I like living in Houston because you're just Ebony. Love that.
Listen, before we go, I have to ask you. Obviously, the podcast is called "This Is Not Content." Absolutely. What's one thing you would never post online?
A man.
Let me tell you something.
I might be telling a fib though, because I'm gonna pop out with a husband and the people gonna see him. He gonna be Wizard Kelly, but the people gonna know that he there.
Does it have to be a husband though?
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't just be posting no brick.
The way
regular man.
So many a regular man is sick. A regular. A commoner, no.
Yeah, no.
The way so many people have said a man.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I love y'all.
Everybody's like a man. That's the first thing. A man.
My people.
And every time I'm like, facts.
Yeah.
I don't even get into that.
Yeah, I don't want no parts of that.
And it goes back to anything you post online, you invite opinion.
And I don't care how y'all think my man look. My man fine.
If I said he fine, he looks good.
Hey.
And don't you say he fine too loud, actually.
I said it and I meant it.
I didn't ask for you. I don't need your opinion. I don't need your opinion on my man if I had a man, single. I don't need your opinion on my man. And he don't need it either.
That part.
He don't need to hear it. For
that part.
I told him he fine all day long.
All day long.
We don't need anybody else to validate that. We know. We know.
That is so good.
Listen, this is so fun. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I just love you so much. Before we go, is there anything you want to plug? Where can the people find you? Anything you want to share?
On all platforms, you can find me at VSIAXO. And I just want to plug in that Ebony Thomas is exactly who she's been since we were 15 years old. Everything that she's doing is purposeful and intentional. And I'm super proud of who she is and the woman that she will be.
Okay, we got to go. Because one thing about me, I'll cry. So we're going to wrap it up. No, that's sweet. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being my friend for so long and
Love you real bad.
Dealing with all the errors of
How many lives we on? 5? 6?
I might be on 7.
It's cool.
We living life. We are living
We're still here.
Perfect. Thank you so much for watching This Is Not Content. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you're following us on Instagram at This Is Not Content Pod. And that is all I have. Talk soon. Bye, friend.